Right now we're approaching the southern steps. And there they are. Going up the southern steps. Woke up with like a giant bug bite, and my wrist is huge now. It's so fat. Look at that. Hopefully it goes down. There is the Mount of Olives from the southern steps.
And I can envision in this spot.
So here we are on the southern steps, and it's so interesting because just behind that wall is the most important piece of real estate in the entire world. It should be the Temple Mount. Also what used to be known as Mount Moriah, where Abraham was about to sacrifice his son Isaac. And Jesus also taught on these steps. It was, well, actually up here in the first few rows, these are all original steps. The rest are restored, but it's very likely that Jesus and his disciples walked on these steps. Also, this is where, when he was 12 years old, that Mary and Joseph couldn't find him, and he was here speaking to people, going about his father's business. So it's really, really incredible. Hundreds, when they started excavating the temple, the ground actually used to be maybe at about right there. There's a picture of a boy sitting underneath this arch right here. He's sitting right there. And now, look how much they've dug up. Ground level is much lower now. Kind of the signature of King Herod is how there's a frame around each stone in the temple. So he had these walls built. That's kind of his signature, if you want to call it that. And here we have a collapsed original road because one of the load-bearing rocks had fallen and destroyed this part. And this whole area is an original road. Ritual bath. So you would walk in through the right, and then you would dip yourself in the water, and then walk back out the left. In other words, now you are new and clean, as opposed to when you were unclean when you walked in. It's so interesting to see some destruction from the to see destruction from the temple. I mean, it was destroyed in the year 70, and my favorite book starts off with the temple being destroyed. So it's really interesting to see actual destruction, because it really happened. Here are like the entrances to shops that would have been along the temple. Abuelo, mira, esto es el pared de lamento. Solo para ti. To the Wailing Wall right now. I hope what I said in Spanish was correct. Men and women are separate, so the women are going through the right and the men are going through the left. And what's interesting is that this is only 10% of the wall.
Hi, Kitty.
By 11.
Hi.
Quarter right up there, and I said, I'm happy, you know, feel good. Oh, I'm tired.
So So we are on the Temple Mount right now, and there's the Dome of the Rock. Here you have to have your shoulders covered. I don't think you have to have your ankles covered, but you basically need to be very modest, and you're not even allowed to make really loud noises, like really loud laughing or anything like that. That over there, two girls taking pictures of the soldiers. Well, they said they would only take pictures if it was with girls. That's so funny. We are walking to one of the most famous buildings in the world.
The high point of Mount Moriah was outside of the temple area.
Well,
I didn't know it was inside the temple area.
Wow, all that candy. Gonna leave the market soon. Oh wait, maybe we're not. Are moving now into the Jewish quarter.
העמק, המאכל, הלאומינה, הרשש, אפילה, אוכל גדול, בבא סאלי, אני חמאסה, אבו בית, הכדורי, אבי מאיר בלעין, אני שומר החי. You guys are sure, so what's your name? What's your name? Bobby. Bobby. My name?
My married name?
My name.
Your mother's name?
Your mother's name.
Oh, honey.
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 Bob Honey.
Mother, hubby.
Okay, Bob, son of Honey, make a lot of honeys in life and smile every day because the wife loved him and he loved the wife. And they make children, make a lot of grandchildren.
And we make little babies.
And you have a big family because you have a big account. You have to buy house for the children and the grandchildren, cash money, no mashkanta, no keta. And tell Obama, I'm from Israel. Step up, Obama.
Yeah.
Okay, step up, Obama.
To watch a 3D movie of I'm not sure what yet. It pooped on Trevor. Another note, we are going down to Hezekiah's tunnel, and I've chosen to walk in the tunnel that has water in it. So, really excited. Once read a huge book on Hezekiah's tunnel, so this is very cool. We're making our way down Hezekiah's tunnel now.
Fly away. Fly away, oh glory. Fly away.
Oh man, this is steep.
Hallelujah, by and by. what it looks like. We're gonna have pee-pee on us.
Ew! Stop!
Cacas. Watch out for the floaters.
Oh my goodness!
Don't slip.
Hang on to the rails. Yeah, this
Very
is slippery. You guys hang on, really. Oh, wow.
Notice they're not telling us back there, guys, hang
No,
on.
hang on, hang
They
on.
want us to fall.
They want to see it.
They want to see it.
They think it'd be funny.
Hang on, Ron.
They don't realize that we'll just fall right into them.
I'm telling you. Yeah, exactly.
This is Warren's shack.
It is not good.
Thank you. That sounds really scary. Why are people? We're going to the mall. Wow, this is really nice.